I'm not interested in the everyday home. I'm interested in things that are unique, something that's authentic, something that is challenging, and that I can come in and create something that nobody else, has done before. That's what I love about this.
I'm so impressed with this home. It's newly constructed, situated on a rare double lot in Bayshores here in Newport Beach. And wait till you meet Shelley, who is the developer of this property, who is also the architect, the designer, and the person who curated this home from head to toe, all the way to the finest details. The craftsmanship, the layering of materials, use of natural stone, and how all of these features coming together. It's going to be an exciting tour. And with that, welcome to Newport Beach, California. Now, like I mentioned, this property is situated on a double lot. So you get this great frontage, and I love the design of the fence here with rope detailing. And given that we're by the water, you're going to see these subtle nautical details throughout the home. And then we have the entry here with rustic pavers from Belgium. They also use the same brick for these columns that define the entry, with a really cute door and a brass top. And this paved walkway takes you to the front door. They also use the same brick for the facade of the property, and on the second floor you can see how they use horizontal siding, and with these black shutters, black steel case French doors on the first and second floor. I really like the two-tone subtle contrast. It's like East Coast meets West Coast. You have some coastal elements, some Mediterranean elements, some Cape Cod. We have different patios, outdoor seating areas. This frame section with built-in curtains and ceiling fans, it's all about utilizing all the outdoor square footage here, because most of the plots in this neighborhood are anywhere from 4,000 to 6,000 square feet. So the fact that you have a 9,000 square foot plot gives you a ton of opportunities to create these moments and make sure all of these different spaces open up to the outdoors as well. Now, there's a beautiful plum tree here, and that was the inspiration for the color of the front door. The plum tone against the white brick walls, this beautiful awning design with steel rods, the planters, the rustic pavers. What a picturesque frame. And then you immediately start recognizing all of the hardware, door handles, brass details, these modern wall sconces, and we're going to see this level of quality finishes, details, and fixtures throughout this home. Wait till you see the first floor. In fact, let's go inside. Right off the entry, we have gorgeous marble floors with a dark inlay right in the center, cozy wallpaper, floating oak shelf, and to highlight these columns and the chain detailing here, we also have recessed in lighting. Now here is the center of the first floor. Behind the camera, we have the kitchen and the informal dining. To our right, we have our beautiful living room, flooded with natural light, and on the floors we have reclaimed hardwood floors. But to define each one of these sections or spaces, you can see how they change the style of installation and the width of these planks as well. Palette is warm, inviting, light, bright, easy on the eye. Gorgeous marble table right in the center with books, candles, accessories. And over on this side, we have our spacious living room. I love the curation of furniture, this custom coffee table, and a beautiful fireplace assembly. But before I cover these details, why don't we get the specs out of the way? We have 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 6,771 square feet of interior space, plus we have the spacious 3-car garage, which is 832 square feet, and this home is on the market for $24,950,000. And I want to give big thanks to the designer and the developer of this property, Shelley Starr, for making this tour possible. And as always, you can find more information about this listing in the description of this video. Make sure to check it out. With that, I want to come back to the living room, whether it's the rustic chairs here with this complementing coffee table, or the custom coffee table that's fabricated out of marble with this beautiful lip design. This green couch is so cozy and comfortable. This living room is designed to be enjoyed and lived in. And on the other side, we have our beautiful fireplace assembly. I really like this lower marble section, elevation changes, and even recessed in lighting to highlight the bronze frame that clads the surface, your gas fireplace down below, 4K QLED TV is nicely recessed in, and within the bronze section there are also these reveals just to give a bit more dimension to this section. And then your floating shelves, accessories, gorgeous ceiling mount brass light fixtures. This section is so tastefully done. Not too much, not too little, just the right amount of textures and details. Over on this side, we have 2 comfortable chairs, beautiful window facing the neighborhood, and your outside water feature. And then over on the other side, we have 2 sets of steel case French doors opening up to the front patio. Let's have a quick look. Same rustic pavers, trellis design above with ceiling fans, space heaters, and your outside curtains if you want to have a little bit more privacy. And it faces this gorgeous, charming neighborhood. Now going back in, I also love these table lights with beautiful stone legs, stunning. Now over here, we have the courtyard, same steel case French doors, and again, these rustic pavers from Belgium with thick grout lines, immediate character, and I love that they're also installed in herringbone pattern like most of the spaces in the home. 2 comfortable chairs, your gas fireplace, and I just really appreciate how this brick and the stone is worked into the exterior design. Some sections are painted, some sections are exposed, and this contrast gives so much warmth and immediate charm to this home. Over on the other side, we have the outdoor kitchen. I really like the glazed mosaic tiling here and the marble countertop, gas grill, brand new, never been used. And next to that is this really cool pizza oven unit. There's a little cover plate for you. And you also have your built-in shelving for all of your wood logs for the pizza oven. And there's this quaint door with a circular opening that gives you access to the outside. And right here is your exterior water feature. Look, the homes here are situated on small plots. The fact that this home comes with 2 combined plots with 9,000 square feet of surface area to work with is actually quite rare, and having this much outdoor space both on the front of the home as well as the back of the home with this courtyard is actually not that common. So I wanted to point that out. A lot of people are going to see the neighborhood and how close these homes are to each other. That's the charm of Newport Beach and how people live here, and given that we're so close to the water, the land is extremely scarce. Now before we leave this section, there's also another detail I want to point out. It's a nice touch. Instead of having the hose bib on the outside of the home, like most of the homes, they've actually placed the hose bib into the wall inside this box, so you can connect your garden hose and use the water whenever you want. But when you don't want to connect it to the water hose, you can simply disconnect it, close the door. That way, this assembly sits flush with the home, better waterproofing. I just appreciate that they installed the hose bib water box system.
Bayshore was kind of a no-brainer. One, you're right on the water. You have just shy of 250 homes. You only have 13 doubled lots, the scale and the size that we currently have. It's a gated community. There's 2 private beaches. There's a private marina. There's access to Balboa Bay Club. It has everything you can want.
What a way to live. To me, this is why you come to Newport Beach. So you can be so close to the water, have this tight-knit community feel, live in a beautiful home, but have access to the water. Hop on your little electric boat, go check out the canals, enjoy the islands. I mean, this is what makes California so special. This is why the land here is so scarce and so valuable. You're paying for this coastal living, the exclusivity, the access to the water, and being in a setting like this, everybody's just enjoying their life. It's a happy place. Oh, so beautiful.
I chose this particular neighborhood was very important to me because of the way kids can move around, the way the community, is out and about and speaks with one another. Yet there is just this grace about everybody who's here in the neighborhood, tremendous pride in how they take care of their homes.
All these homes are different, so there's so much character. Every home is a different story. Isn't this so nice? Just imagine 7 p.m. walk after dinner. Shelley was talking about how she walks every day 2 to 3 miles. Wouldn't you? If you live like this, look at the golf cart with a surfboard on it. I think it's actually a paddleboard. But like a home, golf cart, surfboard sums up everything you need to know about this neighborhood.
I just found that there's far more experience in how you live, how you're connected to the water, the activities that are around you, the fact that kids can go out and ride their bikes. There's an ease to it, yet at the same time there's a great sophistication to what's going on around here.
It's so pretty, so picturesque, so California. All these beautiful homes, people on their sailboats, on their tenders, just enjoying life, celebrating life. I hope this episode felt like a little escape to Newport Beach. It certainly felt like that to us as we're shooting it. And we're just here for a day, but it totally changes your chemistry, the way you feel. And that laid back attitude of Orange County immediately settles with you. You feel that way too. All right, next up, we have the kitchen. I really want to take my time to cover the details and the materials here. Such a well-designed and curated space. First off, the marble countertop here that is perfectly book matched right in the center. Down below, the oak cabinetry with the fluted details, recessed in lighting, the section for your bar stools with Loro Piana leather. Now in the center, you can also see this elevated section utilizing the same cabinetry, sitting on small legs, and the same marble with curved corners. It is creating a platform for your accessories, flowers, and it just gives additional dimension to the kitchen island. Now here we have the dark cabinetry, and on the back you can see the white bleached oak cabinetry, so the two-tone contrast with the marble countertop here and the lighter countertop on the other side works so well. Beautiful square glazed tile as a backsplash, and how it curves the vent. And to create the curvature, they had to cut little pieces, and then your dark floating shelves with recessed in lighting. This kitchen is so pretty to look at. I just love the aesthetic here. Now we have the paneled fridge here, freezer on the other side, a Blue Starr gas range. It complements the warm, imperfect aesthetic of this kitchen. And here is a Waterworks pot filler. Now over here, we have a really cool fixture, a butcher block that's on these little tires, so you have an additional surface area for the kitchen. And these custom knives, they're Japanese knives made in Germany. Again, Shelley is all about curating the home and picking all the accessories, textures, and details to complete the overall theme and the experience she's going for. Another detail I want to point out is how the countertop goes over the fabricated sink and covers the edges and softens up the look here. And beautiful Waterworks fixture. Whether it's the handheld, the water filter, and the main faucet, it's such a unique aesthetic, and over time it's going to build a patina as well. And I just think it makes a powerful statement, but it complements the aesthetic of this kitchen. It's not too overpowering, but it's different. It shows the level of intention that went into this kitchen. Now, Shelley earlier today insisted on cooking us lunch, because for her, it's all about the experience. The moment you walk into this home, whether it's the candles, the textures, the scent, the music, everything is about curating this experience and this vision that she wants to convey with her design. And not only she cooked us a lunch, she also cooked us a banana bread. We haven't enjoyed it yet. I'm looking forward to it. It smells intoxicating. It smells so good. Now over here we have a coffee station, but first I want to talk about the informal dining area. The table and the seating arrangement here is all from Loro Piana. This section gets great light, and I also just realized, we have a Dutch door here. You can open up the top, leave the bottom section closed. It faces your quaint courtyard.
Yeah, you can serve from here too.
Yes, you can serve from here. Such a picturesque setting. In a way, this home doesn't even feel real. It's like a storybook. It's like a design book. The textures, the fabrics, and layers of imperfection with the home, especially with the hardwood floors. I just love the palette. I just love the layering and how every corner is so well cared for. Now over here, we have the coffee bar. You can see how they brought in the metal screen into the cabinetry with interior lighting, your coffee station, and also like The pipe shelving design here, again, bringing these subtle industrial touches. Beautiful corner and these gorgeous brass handles. Now over here, we have the pantry. Same bleached oak cabinetry, fluted glass section on the uppers. You get an additional dishwasher, fabricated sink, and this portal design wrapped with glazed tiling. And I also like how the corners are nicely curved to get the softer aesthetic. Ceiling mount lights to further highlight this section. Oak shelving and the same chain detailing like we saw at the entry is also brought in here, going through the shelf. Look at the curation, the pots and pans, this marble case here with brass inlays. This is so tasteful, all the way to this limited edition KitchenAid mixer with a wooden bowl. I mean, come on, even this corner packs so much punch and attention. I love it. On the other side of the kitchen, we have this gorgeous bar. First, I want to talk about the millwork. Whether it's the sections on each side with glass fronts and how the inside of these cabinets are also curved. Then we have the center volume that is nicely curved on top as well, but doesn't touch the ceiling. And remember the plum door and the plum color that we saw on the outside? It's also brought in here with the glazed tiling, installed vertically. And it also curves the corner. Beautiful bronze fronts. Marble countertop here with this double edge. The dark staining. Brass handles. By the way, this is your refrigerator drawer. There's also a wine fridge here. They made this corner count so well. With all the spirits, the glassware, everything is curated. And 2 chairs here, a moment to enjoy. Drink your coffee, read your book. This is what I really appreciate about this home, how every square feet is so well packed. It gives you a unique experience. It gives you a different palette, different layering, while staying within the same family of materials and the spirit. I just appreciate that. And I also just realized how we have metal detailing within the cabinetry as well. So tasteful. Now, over on the other side, we have another big opening. Again, ceiling is nicely curved as if we're in a yacht with recessed and lighting. And we have the formal dining room here, but first, why don't we talk about the powder room? I'm a big believer when it comes to going all out for powder rooms. And I mean, what a prime example. We have our Toto toilet on this side. Walls are nicely curved to get this softer aesthetic with a circular window, again, going with the nautical theme. Like I mentioned, it's a motorized toilet. And then we have this beautiful marble vanity. In order to get this smooth corner, you can see how they make little cuts. And the tonality within the vein structure picks up on the plum. And then on the back, we have this marble wall framing the experience with fluted detailing, and how the countertop is actually recessed into the vanity, serving as a shelf. And then you have your paper towel holder, beautiful Jessie fixture, this chiseled marble sink, all the way to the recessed and lighting that highlights the reeded detailing on the wall. What a beautiful powder room. Now, over on the other side, we have the informal dining. This section faces the front of the home. We have the picture window on this side, steel case French doors opening up to the front lawn, a beautiful solid wood table right in the center, again with the curved corners, fabric wrapped chairs that are very comfortable, that swivel, and this is where we enjoyed our lunch. Shelley wanted us to experience the home and get a true feel for it, so she cooked for us. Maybe it was her way of making us feel welcomed and appreciated. A fresh quiche, salad, and a warm cake, all made from scratch. This looks stunning. Shelley, I cannot believe, out of everything we're doing today, you're like, I'm gonna cook lunch for you guys.
I love it.
Yeah.
And how nice just at lunch when you're filming to sit down and actually have lunch on a plate, right? And not out of a container.
It's a small gesture, but it's her way of making people feel at home. And it says a lot about how she thinks about the people who will live here. That simple act of kindness and consideration really reflects her approach to her work. She wants to go above and beyond to create something that feels cared for and considered. So I'm gonna miss my initial reaction to the cake. So I'm giving you my reaction. It's incredible. It's so light, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, but very fresh. And it's just the right amount of sweet. Just enough to give you a little bit of boost and happiness, but not to give you a crash. Tastefully done. like the rest of the property. Thank you. And I just think this property walks the line between being somewhat formal and having defined spaces versus having an open floor plan and making sure that each one of these spaces flow to each other really well. It's a type of property that you immediately feel comfortable in. And I think it's because of the finishes, the imperfections, the character, the curation, and the warmth that you feel when you walk into each one of the spaces. Also, a beautiful chandelier above with these glow pendants. There's also a recessing section here with a stone floating shelf. Again, all bleached oak cabinetry. What can I say? Another well-curated space.
It starts with a story, you know, how I want to live, how I want to experience. And then you just start building boards with materials and you start moving those materials around, and you have to, you know, really stop and think about the way those materials speak to one another, how you're going to experience them, you know, from the custom marble coffee table that I've designed to the beautiful stone that's around the fireplace, or the bronze, you know, paneling around the fireplace. Each one of these things are very elevated in how you experience them. So the more I can mix the bricks, the wood, the siding, you know, mix the shapes from the steel to the wood windows and doors, it evolves throughout. But it takes a lot of time, especially on a house of this scale, and when you're moving through so many rooms, to watch that thread and keep it consistent. It's my job to think of every detail you wouldn't think to do. It's easy to show up and do the basics. There's time and effort when you stop and go, let me rethink this, let me reimagine, let me give you something again that you don't even think to ask for. But boy, you really, really appreciate it, and you're proud when you show it, or you're experiencing it, or your friends see it for the first time. That's a great home.
Now, next to the kitchen, we have a small hallway that takes us to the back of the home. Here we have the staircase going up to the second floor, where there's the marble steps, the walnut paneling down below, complemented with the white oak paneling above, the recessed lighting that is incorporated to the walnut to highlight the steps, and again, to soften the feeling here, all the corners are nicely curved. Next to the staircase, we have a wine cellar. The same cabinetry is brought into this section. Look at these pull-out drawers with brass handles. How all the bottles sit on this shelving really nicely. And then we have wall mount shelves and this really interesting wallpaper to create the two-tone contrast. But Armand, step outside. Even the door here, steel cased, curved on top. Stunning. Now next, we're gonna take this hallway, same reclaimed hardwood floors, onyx wall sconces, access to the outdoors, and we have the first guest suite on this side. Such a cozy bedroom, whether it's the plush carpet, the wallpaper, and this elaborate king-size bed with a gorgeous headboard design, the fabric detailing, the built-in brass, reading lights with leather stitching. Stunning. And I also really appreciate how Shelley creates all the beddings, sheets, pillows, everything all the way to the bedside tables, and the waters on each side. There's also another one of these Loro Piano chairs tying all of these fabric detailing together. Really nice space. Now over on the other side, we have the full bathroom, mosaic tiling, and the same pattern goes straight into the walk-in shower, wraps the corners and the ceiling section, and then we have oversized glazed subway tiles installed vertically throughout the shower. All these glass enclosures are custom to this home, finished in brass with a little vent design above. And coming over to this side, again, white oak cabinetry, floating vanity design with a towel rack on the bottom with curved corners, over the counter sink, waterworks brass fixtures with a gorgeous mirror above and its wall attachment, wall sconces. And we also have a really good size walk-in closet here. So tasteful. Now I'm gonna take you to the 3-car garage and then to a really interesting space after that. But first, we gotta go through the mudroom. I like how we have marble flooring here with a recessing section in the center for the carpet. That way you can clean your shoes, store them with a little seating area, glazed tiling with curved corners, fabric walls. Even this section is nicely designed, layered. It also leads to your 3-car garage. Not only you can store 3 cars here, you can also park your golf cart, bicycles, beach equipment. You got a lot of space here and some built-in cabinetry. But I have to talk about the cars for a second. This is a Ferrari 250 GT short wheelbase Berlinetta. Believe it or not, this car is around $8 to $10 million.
Excuse me?
Yes, I know. I just looked it up and I couldn't believe it either. I mean, it looks stunning. So well kept. It's in immaculate condition. We're looking at an icon here.
Wow, I was walking too close to that.
Hey, we were both walking too close. This is a 356 Porsche Speedster. Another stunning car. I'm just impressed how good of a condition these both vehicles are. The leather strapping here for the hood, the chrome accents, and the beautiful interior. Stunning 2 vehicles. And let's face it, if you're living here, you're enjoying this lifestyle, how amazing would it be to have cars like this to drive around and enjoy the weather and the scenery? Pretty impressive. Now, over on the other side, we have the spa. Given the square footage of this home, I was quite surprised and also impressed to see a dedicated space like this with outdoor access thanks to the French doors. We have heated marble floors throughout, beautiful wainscoting detail on the walls with the black trim to separate the white marble from the walnut planks. So much warmth and character. TV is nicely recessed in. The cold plunge and your jacuzzi and your lounging section. Comfortable bed. The same marble continues all the way to the ceiling with the curvature and those wall sconces. Stunning. Not to mention, Shelley did stay very true to the nautical theme. The ropes and these subtle touches are throughout the home. I just love this corner. And I love the fact that this home comes with a proper spa. Your infrared sauna on the other side, bar cart with your drinks, towels, and over here we have the powder room. Same marble and walnut paneling on the wall, just nicely done. And I'm very happy to see a dedicated spa like this because this property is all about enjoying life, all about nurturing your body and creating a comfortable and genuinely a luxurious environment. I'm obsessed with this staircase, whether it's the marble steps, the walnut paneling, bronze handrail, and this stunning onyx chandelier. What a moment. Now, welcome to the 2nd floor. First, I want to take you to the left where we have the loft. Think of this as a seating area for the 2nd floor or possibly for the primary bedroom and also an open space for your small home gym. You get a comfortable couch, beautiful console on the back with these brass handles and a marble top. And then on the other side, you can see the oak paneling with brass inlays, how the corners are nicely curved, and these shelves are also following that detail. Your QLED TV is also nicely recessed in with a soundbar. It's a cozy, warm space. And then we have these divider screens with metal inlays, creating some separation from the gym section. I mean, look at the equipment here. Your leather wrapped physic bench. The dumbbell set here is absolutely stunning. Everyone, let's get a close up. Look at the wooden section in the center. All the stainless steel work, how the leather is incorporated with stitching. The bench itself here as well. It's all leather wrapped with these sections. And on the other side, we have the kettlebells. We're not sponsored by this brand, but I have to give them credit on their construction quality. The walnut, how the stainless steel is worked into the wood, leather wrapping. This is one of the most beautiful gym sets I've ever seen in my life. And gets better, check this out. Jump rope made out of leather. This is stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. The room gets great natural light, 4 casement windows here, and over on this side we have a door opening up to the primary bathroom. That way the bedroom can connect to the space very easily, or in the future you can close off this section and fully dedicate it to a primary bedroom as well. Now, leaving the loft, I also want to point out this arch opening, these contoured walls, softer edges. It just makes the home so much more warmer and inviting. And then we have fabric wallpaper. And the room at the end opens up to the laundry room, but I'm gonna stay right there. This steel case door with a curved top is stunning with a fluted glass. I mean, it's beautiful. And this is the door to your laundry room. Says everything you need to know about this home. Now come on in. Marble floors, oak cabinetry with these gorgeous brass handles, and the marble countertop here was also used to fabricate the sink, and it continues on the other side to case the opening for your washer and dryer. 2 casement windows are bringing great natural light, and you can see the palm trees from here. And talking about making a moment count, making everything intentional and meaningful. This is a stunning laundry room. I love the fact that the cabinetry actually continues on the walls and creates this portal design. Your glazed subway tiles, additional cabinetry, a little service countertop, and Emma, let's get a close up. A little hanging rack. So if you're steaming your clothes, drying something, you can easily do that. This is gorgeous. Now, leaving the laundry room, on the other side, we have the first guest suite. This one comes with 2 single poster beds, but there's the duvet covers, pillowcases, the leather benches, and this wool rug. There's so much warmth in these bedrooms. Wallpaper also complements the look, a very minimalist ceiling fan, and it's not over-furnished. Straight to the point, very cozy, very inviting, and those brass reading lights. So cozy. Now, over on the other side, we have our full bathroom. Glazed tiling throughout, but I love this mosaic perimeter detail. How the same teal mosaic continues into the shower, wraps all the corners, the bathroom sill, and softens up the look, gives dimension to the space. They could have easily cut the mosaic and have a 90-degree corner here. Instead, they've curved it gently. Talking about these smoother edges, concave walls. They're bringing these subtle touches throughout the home in so many different spaces. Look at those interior corners. And then the glazed tiling is installed in a herringbone pattern, just like the hardwood floors. Continues on the ceiling, the brass frame, beautiful waterworks fixtures.
Every corner is super tasteful.
So tasteful. Every corner is packed with details. That's why I'm obsessed trying to cover as many details as possible. We forgot to turn on the lights. Look at the circular mirror with a hardware attached on top. And then your barn door, which is also inlaid with the same fabric, opens up to your walk-in closet. And given that this is one of the guest suites, it's actually a really good size. You have your shoe rack, corner hanger, main hanger on this side, drawers. You get a lot of coverage here. Now, leaving this wing, I want to quickly talk about the hallway here. First off, given the square footage of this home, the hallway is really wide. Then the wallpaper, hardwood floors, the rugs, and these ceiling mount lights. In the future, if you want to showcase some of your art, you can easily do that. But I'm obsessed with the steel case door at the end that leads you to the office. The curved corners and how the door itself, beyond its case, is also curved. That's stunning. So tasteful. Now, to our right, we have the second guest suite. Bright, spacious, same comfortable carpet, and I also love how they weave the white fabric into the rug. So cozy, comfortable. It feels like you're in a beach home. And then the wallpaper, even the ceiling mount drape that frames the bed, the reading light that's incorporated to the headboard design. This is so cozy. And also, this bedroom faces the PCH. Nothing. We hear absolutely nothing. They feel like hotel rooms. As soon as you walk into these bedrooms, your voice gets a little bit quiet. There's a level of dampening and softening with the wallpaper and these wool rugs. This is so tastefully done, beautifully curated all the way to the bench here. Now, around the corner, we have a walk-in closet. And of course, let me show you the bathroom. Look at the marble floors here with this mosaic inlay. Beautiful oak vanity with curved corners, the reeded details, brass handles with marble attachments. Stunning. Natural stone countertops that are also curved, waterworks fixtures, and these ceiling mount light fixtures. All of these different materials come together so beautifully. And then the walk-in shower, fully wrapped in the same mosaic, but I just appreciate the elegance, the gentleness when it comes to wrapping all of these corners with the same mosaic, creating these soft curved edges, and everything follows these edges. The custom fabrication, and she reversed the palette here. It's all mosaic tiling with a little bit of marble inlay. Attention to detail, obsession over creating a unique palette, giving this home or these bedrooms a unique identity, and I also appreciate the little casement for extra ventilation. Now next up, I want to take you to the third guest suite. The hardwood floors continue here, queen size bed, and I also like how each one of these guest suites are curated a little bit differently, maybe different colors, but the fabrics and the material palette is in the same family. Of course, we have a walk-in closet, another beautiful bathroom, marble floors, spacious walk-in shower, your oak vanity, everything you need. Now, at the end of this hallway, we have the office. The first thing you recognize is the green wallpaper. So warm, inviting, playful, but also the white millwork, all the trim details complement this look really well. Clean ceiling, a beautiful desk right in the center, and additional built-ins, and even this opening is gently curved with beautiful onyx wall sconces. And then you have two casement windows here facing the side of the property with light linen window treatments. And then we have this picture window framing the neighborhood, the surrounding trees. Very, very California.
Primary bedrooms are very much so about experience. I don't do large, oversized primary bedrooms. I don't believe in having huge seating in bedrooms because I don't think that's where you spend your time. So I will make a more intimate room because for me, it's an intimate space. Because I had so many setbacks and the angles of the house, I really was faced with a lot of challenges on how we were going to use that space. And so when we were, mapping it out, one of the great things that kind of fell in my lap is I could have a really large, primary bedroom and I could put a big seating, or I could say, how often am I going to use that seating versus a luxury closet? Let's build a luxury closet and then let's do something really magnificent with doors that become very architectural and something that are just visually stimulating. But now we've taken that space and we've given it great purpose. And one of the things that tends to resonate with me with design is never to be too feminine and never to be too masculine. I like a couple that both experience the home in their own unique ways.
Now the primary bedroom suite. What a special room. Whether it's the hardwood floors, the white span, the natural light that comes in, thanks to the two French doors, beautiful king-size bed, and more importantly, this elaborate headboard design. All wrapped in leather with beautiful curved corners, and they also inlaid the linen wallpaper into the bed as well, with of course leather-wrapped reading lights. You can also see the oak trim here. I love how all these materials came together to create this unique piece. The bedside tables, such a cozy space. And then on the other side, we have the 4K TV. Again, the French doors open up to a very quaint balcony with marble floors and the view of the water, the harbor, the neighborhood, surrounding properties, all these gorgeous trees. What a picturesque frame. And the fact that you can wake up in the morning, come out to this balcony and get your day started, I don't know what else you need. And it is a little windy today. You can feel the breeze, the sun on your skin. Fantastic. I love it. Now going back in. On the other side, we have the first walk-in closet. I love the barn door here. The layers of materials they use on the surface. Whether it's the metal screen detail in the center, the linen wallpaper, and how all the oak cabinetry with the trim work comes together. What a beautiful barn door. Again, opens up to the first walk-in closet, oak cabinetry throughout with these oversized brass handles. Even the inside section of the glass doors are curved, just to tie the details together. This is your practical closet where you keep your everyday clothes, quickly get dressed, look at yourself at the mirror, and get your day started. The main closet is on the other side. And bringing everybody here, again, hallways are very spacious. This is the corner glass that we saw on the exterior. Perfect view over the water. Every day you wake up, you enjoy that as you go to your bathroom. Separate water closet, total toilet, and nice built-in section here that gently curves the wall. Again, your motorized toilet, and a very nice nautical themed circular window. It's nice that there's a separate water closet here because it's close to the bedroom. So when you wake up at night, you don't have to walk far to use the bathroom and go back to your sleep. Now over here, we have the primary bathroom. Such a tasteful space, whether it's the material palette, the scale, the proportions, the quality of the finishes. I think the frame speaks for itself. We have marble floors that are heated, William Holland nickel freestanding tub right in the center with its own separate tub filler. And then we have two vanities here, the same dark oak cabinetry with curved corners, stone countertops, and the fabrication of the sinks here. You see how the fixture is recessed into the sink, but the sink itself that is fabricated out of the same stone sits over the countertop. How they worked the mirror into the stone wall here and curved the corners. Wasn't enough. The stone back wall continues all the way to the top and curved on corners. How the same onyx was also used for the wall sconces. Such a beautiful, elegant vanity. And then right in the center, we have the marble cased walk-in shower. This stone is all bush hammered, essentially fractured to get this dynamic look. And it took them a few months to build this section because all the corners openings are also all curved. Also, the brass work had to follow those lines, like this little bent detail here. And when you go inside, the floor marble is actually same as the bathroom, so there's a nice contrast. You have your shampoo niche, this section is glass enclosed, rain head, two shower heads, beautiful Jessie fixtures. Stunning. This is absolutely stunning.
I did go a little darker with the marble, but I wanted it to have this kind of frizzed cotton candy feeling. I wanted something that just you walked in and said, I haven't seen that before. So when I found the slabs and then I sent them out to have them shattered and honed and then bush hammered on top of that, there was a great deal of trepidation over, oh my God, am I going to lose, $40,000 in marble because we're going to shatter these things? And some of them did fracture, and we did have a challenging time. Once I achieved the look, then came who were the men that were going to actually build the shower and actually create the shapes that I wanted. Because again, nothing in this house was to be rectangular or hard. Everything is soft, as if you're moving through a yacht. Like you could bump into it, but you just roll around it. And that's how I wanted the shower to feel.
Now welcome to the main walk-in closet. You have so much built-in cabinetry. Gorgeous island right in the center with a marble countertop. Fabric wallpaper is nicely worked into the cabinetry with these elegant brass handles. Within the built-in cabinetry, there's also LED lighting. 3 sets of casement windows here for some extra ventilation. You can also see those shutters, how they're providing additional privacy. Given the square footage of this home, this is a proper walk-in closet. Now, Irma, meet me on the other side. We have another one of these plot rods for you to hang your clothes. Wanted to point that out. Now I want to quickly go back into the bathroom and go to this section. What a stunning home. So well designed and curated. And I love the meaning and the intention behind every single decision. The material, the finish. I think Shelley has done an incredible job designing, building, and curating this property. And I hope you enjoyed spending the day with us here in Newport Beach. In your notes, you had the statement, the art of imperfection. I'm just curious, what does that mean to you?
The art of imperfection is perfectly imperfect. Not everything has to be so pristine and so perfect. I wanted an experience when you came through this house of something feels old, something feels used, something feels familiar, and it all isn't just so pristine and perfect. Whether it's the textures, the art that's been curated for the home, the story, it has to be thoughtful. It has to be something you can experience, something you can take care of, and something that without really paying attention to it, it just resonates with you. I'm a caregiver. I'm somebody who just loves to think about how somebody's going to experience something. It needed to be, again, authentic. It needed to be somebody's footprint. When they walk in here, they just go, that's my house. That's my house. That's everything I wanted, and I just didn't know how to ask for it. person who buys this home to walk in and go, the home owns them. They need to own the home. I want my future buyer, and I know that they'll experience this, that every room just makes them look so damn good. And because it makes them feel good, they look good, they are happy, they're elevated, and they go out and they just do better. I love this whole house, and I am extremely proud of the work that I've done and the time that I put in to bringing it to life. I love the obstacles. I appreciate the challenges, and they come on a regular basis. So I take each one of them as kind of a gift, like, hey, what am I going to learn from this one? And often things that go wrong, I've come to realize they tend to lead to something even greater if you just trust the process and give yourself room to breathe. I don't have to be perfect, I just don't have to be. So what I have to do is think of everything that I could give somebody and then do my very best. And that's all I can request of myself.
What a day it was, getting to experience Newport Beach, the water, the community, and spending time with Shelley and picking her brain and understanding how she goes about designing spaces with so much intention. I hope this video lived up to its title, and as always, you can find more information about this property and Shelley in the description of this video. Make sure to check it out. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.